Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the world of home tech with me, your host, Paul Hibbert. I get asked two questions on a regular basis. The first one is, how come your missus is so fit when you're so damnably ugly? To which I have a little cry, obviously, and then question, why am I hanging out with someone who uses the word damnably? And then I answer their second question, which is, which one of these is better? Which one of these do you use on a regular basis? And which one do you recommend I buy? To which I respond, that's three questions, you jerk. And then I make this video to answer it. So that's what this video is. The first thing I'm going to do is unbox this, because I've never unboxed it before. Then I'm going to compare every facet I can think of to give you a mathematical conclusion as to which one is king. Then finally, I'm going to get smashed in the comments section by owners of one of these devices, whichever one lost. Enjoy. Small and mighty. Very, very mighty. Look what I've got. I don't believe it. It's not actually mine. A friend from work has lent it to me. He said, hey Paul, review this. So I am. Well, that didn't work, did it? Look, it's still on. Well, there wasn't much teasing there, was there? It's straight out. Lots of orange going on. First thing I'll note is, unlike the latest Echo Dots, this has a normal insert for your power. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. Amazon. I like it. It is cute. It feels very solid. Let's get started by not reading any instructions. Let's go plug it in. You know what? It's gorgeous. Not gonna lie. It's making loads of weird beeping noises. I don't know why. I'm definitely not doing anything. Give it a whack, and the volume goes up and down. Why? Why is it doing that? It really doesn't like being touched. It's like, stop touching me. 4 minutes? I don't want to wait 4 minutes. I'm a busy man. Your patience will be rewarded. How is it gonna reward me? Hey Google, play Back Among the Living by Sprocket on Spotify.
I looked for Back Among the Living by Sprocket on Spotify, but it either isn't available or can't.
Rubbish. You see, that's not actually true, and I have to say, the Echo Dot finds it straight away on Spotify. I don't get that. She heard exactly what I said, and didn't manage to go and find it. I used to find this with Michael Bublé. I'd ask for Michael Bublé, and it'd play like a karaoke version. I never had that with my Echo, only ever with my Google Home speaker. That's one of the reasons I actually prefer the Echo for music and stuff. This thing is preferable in almost every way, in my opinion. Except that. Stop it! Stop! A couple of weeks ago, I compared the Gen 2 and Gen 3 Echoes so we could see if Amazon had made much of an improvement to the sound. And the answer was, scientifically speaking, using graphical data, that the Gen 2 sounds like poo. I'm going to show you a little bit of that now, so if I press play, you can see that all the sound is coming in this frequency range here, which is sharp and tinny and unpleasant and makes you want to hurt yourself. All of the bass is totally missing. So you can see the graph is just missing all of the warmth. And that is why the speaker sounds as sharp as it does. If I freeze the Gen 2 graph and play a little bit of the Gen 3 for you, you can see the clear difference between the two. All of that warmth is in the Gen 3 speaker and is totally missing from the Gen 2 speaker. Sounds like that. Warm and pleasant and lovely. And you can see all that sharpness is missing because it's far more balanced and smooth. And you've got some clarity here where the symbols are, so that's where all your S's and your symbols and stuff come in. So I can freeze the Gen 3 graph, which is clearly a much nicer, more balanced speaker. And I'm going to play the Google Mini now to see if Google is anywhere near, whether they are better, worse, or somewhere in between. The Google Mini looks and sounds like this. Uh-oh. It's hideous. Look at the state of that. That's the sharp sound that you're hearing from the speaker, and again, all the bass is missing. This is an ugly, ugly speaker. It sounds like someone farted through a walkie-talkie. And I'm really sorry, because I know there are people that have bought this going, sounds alright to me, doesn't sound that bad to me. I'm really not that much of an audiophile, to be honest. I just really like music to sound somewhere close to the way the artist originally intended it, and a Google Mini does not do that. It doesn't even come close. Personally, I recommend that you get yourself a decent Bluetooth speaker and Bluetooth your Google Mini or your Echo to it anyway, because the Echo speaker ain't that great. But the Echo speaker, unfortunately, if you're looking for a comparison and a clear winner, destroys the Google Mini.
Aesthetics. I cannot tell you one is better than the other mathematically speaking. I can only give you my personal opinion. I prefer the shape of the Echo Dots. I'm not a big fan of the tapering here. Color-wise, they're both available in a number of colors, and I prefer the overstated blue ring that you get around the edge of the Echo compared to the very plain dots. Other people will tell you this is understated and sexy and therefore better. My personal opinion is, I don't think so. I don't think so. I prefer, actually, that this has no buttons on it. I do like the understated effect that that has, compared to the lots of buttons that this thing has. But its lack of buttons really is a massive pain in the ass. Here's why. There's a reason this has buttons. Allow me to demonstrate. Imagine it's the middle of the night and your missus is asleep and you've decided you want to mute this thing because, I don't know, you're the paranoid type, or because you talk in your sleep. So you're looking for the mute button, it's under here somewhere, it's a pain in the butt, so you pick it up. You're sleeping on the sofa now! Your missus is going to be livid. Without buttons on it, this thing is a stupid furry stone that makes your missus angry. Terrible, terrible idea. Imagine if the last thing you were watching was pornography. How embarrassing. Next up, we're going to see which one responds better when there's horribly loud music playing. So I'm going to position these towards my door frame, which is over there. I'm going to go and stand over there, and I'm going to play horribly loud music right next to both of them. Me, in fact. This is my music, so I don't get in trouble for copyright. Let's do it.
Alexa. 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 Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google.
That is 100% conclusive. This hears you much, much better from across the room when there is ambient noise. If you have noisy children, this one wins. This is a slightly imperfect test, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the speed of each device by plugging them in simultaneously and seeing which one boots up the fastest. This will give us an indication of the CPU power and the operating system's ability to boot with that CPU. So whichever one's fastest will win. Gentlemen, start your engines, go! Least exciting race ever. Well, they've both got lights doing things. That's something. Oh man, you both suck. That's rubbish. I should probably shut up. Oh, there we go. Still not reacting yet. It's booted, that's it. That wins. Still going. Very sad. That's interesting. So the Google Home either has a better CPU or a more efficient operating system. One or the other.
Alexa, what is trad fry?
The 14th of December 2018.
Okay, Google, what is trad fry?
On the website 9to5mac.com, they say, the app update means users can add EK or trad-free products into their HomeKit home, as long as they have a trad-free gateway hub. The same hub EK has been selling for some time now.
Which is exactly what trad-free or trad-fry is. And that's kind of a thing with these devices. If you want the right answer almost every time, then you're going to want this. If you want the right answer most of the time, you're going to want this. But if you want third-party development skills and games, this thing wins every time. There is way more third-party development. If you're a tinkerer and you like tinkering, like I like to tinker, then the tinkerer's device is this one. If you like things that just do what they're supposed to do out of the box, you just want it for smart home stuff and occasionally answering facts, this one is better. Who wants to hear the biggest cop-out ever? I hope it's you, because you're about to hear it. I don't recommend either of these above the other, and here is why. If you're looking for something that sounds reasonable on a kitchen counter or a bedside table, this. All day long, this. This sounds like a flipping walkie-talkie, and I mean that. I have turned the bass all the way up and the treble all the way down, and it's still like beep, 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 beep. It's just horrible to listen to. If you're looking for something to switch your plug sockets and your lights on and off, is pretty much equal footing. At the end of the day, if a manufacturer is worth its salt, it's released both an Echo skill and a service for Google Home. You're not really going to find a great deal of stuff these days that hasn't been released for both. So, when it comes to controlling your smart home, either one will do. If you want something that's always going to have the right answer, hello, this is the one that will always have the right answer. She thinks TradFry is a day of the week. Also, if you are heavily invested into the Google operating system, so you've got an Android device, for example, a mobile phone that is connected via Android, you're probably better off with this, because although you can link this to your calendar and that sort of thing, this ties into Google a lot easier for pretty obvious reasons. If you're using it for Google Play Music, for example, this thing, anything to do with Google Play, that's not going to happen with this. This thing is not going to control your Android devices very easily. There are workarounds, but this is it if you want that environment. If, however, you're into the Amazon thing, you like Amazon Music and Amazon Prime Video, and you've got a Fire Stick, you're going to want one of these. Pretty obviously, when it comes to environments, you're going to want to pick the one that you're already heavily invested in. You thought I was going to leave without answering the question, didn't you? Which one do I use? I use a Google Home downstairs and an Echo Dot upstairs. Honestly, I don't think there is anything between them. I think they're both great. A lot of people assume that I'm a big fan of this thing because I do a lot of videos on it, but the truth is, it's only because there is so much third-party stuff for that there is a lot more to talk about. That is it. I promise you, I love both devices. Don't bash me in the comments. I don't care. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button. If you want to help me out like these amazing people have and continue to do, then you can do so at Patreon. If you want to just do a one-off payment to keep me going, there is PayPal. And if you want to come hang out with me, just order stuff. I'll see you next time. Hanging out with someone who uses the word damnably. Ladies and gentlemen, then I answer their second question which is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have an not saying a name, I'm not going to say a name.